Yeah, we are talking about the imaginary widow today. The woman that keeps imagining that she is a widow and lives as such. So, an imaginary widow is that woman who either believes or behaves as though she is a widow, even though her husband is still alive. Yeah, her husband is still alive, but she believes and behaves as though she is a widow. Example, in cases where a woman's husband is missing, probably for a long time, and then presumed dead. You see, this declaration of his death may be inconclusive, you know, especially where the remains is not found. But in such a situation, if the woman fails to see her husband for a long time, she begins to see herself as a widow, believe she's a widow, and behave like a widow. But in reality, they are neither wives nor widows. They are neither here nor there. They live in a state of uncertainty, right? Since the husband whereabouts, his fate is unknown. No proof of his death. His remains is not found. But, emotionally and socially, the woman assumes the role of a widow. Yes, she mourns her husband, you know, and then she begins to live as though she has lost him, right? Now, because of the circumstances surrounding the man's disappearance, okay, the emotional bond between the couple is broken, okay? And then this emotional detachment she experiences due to the abandonment or the betrayal or estrangement or long-term separation, it divides the bond between them. Okay? It detaches the woman's emotion from the man. Okay? She ceases to see her husband as part of her life. Okay? Because the relationship is irreparably damaged due to her husband's long absence. This situation can happen maybe when there is a national disaster or even in times of war. Okay? And these times we are in, where nappers are everywhere. Okay? One can be napped, and if not seen for a long time, well, his wives, his family, they may assume that he is no more and begins to mourn him. Okay? Some women also become imaginary widows due to intense romantic attachment. What do I mean? A woman might fall in love with a man, and if for any reason she does not marry that man, maybe because of societal, pressures or societal requirements, or even the parents may restrict her from marrying the man or prevent her from marrying the man, and the man leaves her or abandons her, okay, and goes away, but she is still in love with this man. If in the process this man dies, out of the love she has for the man, out of the devotion she has for the man, she marries his memory. She marries the man's memory. She chooses never to marry any other man. And she mourns him and begins to live as his widow. If you ask me, this is self-imposed widowhood. But be that as it may, The woman that imagines and behaves as a widow, even when her husband is alive, or the state of her husband cannot be determined, is called an imaginary widow. God bless you. Please like, share, comment, and follow me.